So the UFC has absolutely blessed us with one of the fucking worst fight night cards in UFC history, with Erin Blanchfield versus Mayce Barber. Come on, I can't wait to break this thing down. So, as this is literally one of the fucking shittest fucking fight nights I have ever seen in my life, there's one or two, yeah, not even decent fights. Mateus Gamrot is on this card. So that's such a fucking win. So listen, I'm gonna PR this because I'm trying to break down every single fight night and fight card the UFC has to offer. But fuck me. This morning I woke up, I was like, what am I even doing? Like, I don't want to I don't need to talk about this shit. But we're just gonna fucking power through, you know what I mean? Right, we'll start with the first fight. You know, an absolute banger in the women's strawweight division. Reina dos Santos versus Alisa Adriana. I'm going to go with Reina dos Santos on this one. Yeah. She's probably got a little bit too well-rounded game. Yeah, cool. I'll go with her via decision on that one, to be honest with you. But, yeah, I'll go with her via decision on that one. Next up, we have Oki versus Michael Aswell. So, I'm going to go with Michael Aswell on this one. This one is actually a bit of a decent fight. Balaji got decent grappling, and I like his hands as well a little bit in this fight. Michael Aswell has kind of recently come on as well, so I don't really know too much about Michael Aswell, but I saw the bookie was a little bit favourite, and I've seen a little bit of his highlights and stuff like that, so I'm going to go with him via second round submission on this one, but he might get a decision on this one, kind of ride it out, ride the wins out on that one. But yeah, I'll go with Michael Aswell on that one. Next up, we have Trevin Gillies versus Andreas Gustafsson. I don't know if this dude's related to Alexander Gustafsson. He's from Sweden. But I'm going to go with Trevin Gillies on this one. Trevin Gillies is actually a bit of a G. I do like Trevin Gillies. I feel like Trevin Gillies via first round TKO on this one, maybe. I don't really know. I'm not too familiar with Andreas Gustafsson, to be honest with you. It's in a catchweight bout as well. So I feel like Trevin Gillies will definitely get this one done. Trevin Gillies actually has some decent XP in the UFC. He's been around for a while, and I feel like Trevin Gillies is kind of like a Chaos Williams. I don't know if people know him. I remember him versus like Randy Brown on the... Bro, I was thinking about this today. Bit off topic here, but Gaethje versus Oliveira. That is actually one of my favorite fight nights, literally in history. Okay, that shit was so fucking elite. Chaos Williams on that one. Gaethje versus Oliveira. Tony versus Chandler as well. You had Rose versus Carla Esparza, but that was literally one of the worst. That was like the Romero Adesanya of the women's division. But yeah, I'm going to go with Trevin Gillies on this one. Next up, we have Jordan Levitt, and he's going to be taking on Kurt Hollaback. I'll go with Jordan Levitt on this one. Jordan Levitt's submission or decision seems just about right. Obviously, Jordan Levitt has been like kind of known. People only know Jordan Levitt because he fought Paddy Pimblett, and I remember Pimblett like twerked on him when he won. That was fucking hilarious. But Jordan Levitt, like he's alright. He seems like a bit fucking harmless geezer, to be honest with you. Like he's kind of one of those boys like that. Like if you were in school, he'd be kind of just like at the back of the class, and he'd only really speak unless the teacher asked him a question. But he'd always know the answer. Do you know what I mean? He was really smart, but he just never spoke. If the teacher picked on him, and he'd give him like a class answer, and that would be it. And he definitely hated lunchtime because he had no friends. That's who kind of Jordan Levitt reminds me of. Do you know what I mean? He'd just be on his break, scrolling on TikTok, not talking to anyone because he's too afraid to talk to people. Bit of a mad one. Yeah, I go with Jordan Levitt via decision on that one. Next up, we have Jaffa Filaho versus Alan Nascimento. I'm going to go with Nascimento. That sounds way cooler. Flyweight bout, going to be all action here. All Brazilian matchup. These two look exactly the same. These two literally look exactly the fucking same. This is quite weird. I'm going to go with Alana Nascimento on this one. I think he's going to get this one done via second round submission. And that's the prelims. But these boys look literally the exact... I'm going to make a bit of fun out of this card because it's so fucking shit. We might as well try and make a little bit of fun out of it, okay? So these two look like the stepbrothers that just don't get along. Or the half-brothers that just don't like each other. And they're literally just about to fight each other. Do you know what I mean? They're in the house, but they're just like, I fucking hate this guy. I don't want this guy near me. And they're always fighting in their rooms and shit. They definitely look like they hated WWE as well. One of them was like a fucking Mario Kart fan. The other one loves Taylor Swift. That's kind of who these two remind me of. I don't know. I'm trying to make this card somewhat fun and entertaining, considering it's so ass. It is so fucking ass. But we're actually on to the main card here. So, we have Zachary Reese versus Dusko Tarakvic. Serbia versus United States. These two also look similar. So, these two look like they're like good cousins. They look like cousins here, but they're actually like, these two look like they're fucking cousins that you see at a party. And they're actually happy to see each other. You know those two blokes? Or you're the favorite cousin meme when your favorite cousin shows up to the family event. I'm going to go with Zachary Reese on this one. I don't really know too much about Dusko Tarakvic. I've seen a few of his fights. I feel like this one will just... Yo, he can definitely win, though. Dusko can definitely win. I think this probably won't make it out. I'll go with a decision on this one, actually. I was thinking I might go out early, but I'll probably just lean towards a decision on this one. Zachary Reese, he's probably a little bit more well-rounded, I'm going to say, but that's kind of a pick-up. I wouldn't really bet on that one, but yeah. Next up, we have Caitlin Vieira versus Mayce Chiasson. This is a fucking tough one to call. It's definitely going to a decision anyway, let me tell you that. And these two don't look similar at all. These two look like maybe if they're brothers, or they're sisters, or brothers, whatever you want to say. We'll say sisters. These two look like they're sisters, but they're just in complete different friend groups. Do you know what I mean? They look like they're just completely different friend groups. I've seen a bit of Mayce Chiasson. I'm going to say Chess and Cheesin. I'm going to say Mayce Cheesin. I've seen a bit of Mayce Cheesin. She's pretty decent. Caitlin Vieira, though, is probably a little bit better in certain areas, I'd say. I kind of rather her finishing potential. But I still don't see this fight being that entertaining, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna go Mayce Cheese versus decision on that one. Next up, pretty decent scrap here in Dustin Jacoby versus Bruno Lopez. So these two look like they have some high school beef. They look like they hated each other in school, and they just, if they were ever at like a party together, they'd be the first to go at each other. And now they're actually fighting in the UFC, so that's pretty cool. They were able to see some high school beef get settled in the fucking cage. They didn't actually, maybe they did, but I'm just making the fucking shit as I go along here. But Dustin Jacoby, I feel he's going to get this one done in the first round. Bruno Lopez, though, this is a light heavyweight bout, so this could easily go either way. But I'm going to lean towards Dustin Jacoby. I've seen a little bit more about him. Bruno Lopez is quite not much happening in the division in light heavyweight. If we're being real, light heavyweight is quite dead, okay? Because Magomed Ankalaev literally has no contenders. And no one seems to want to fight him, apparently. I don't know what the story is with Pereira. Pereira seems to be kind of out for the count, but he doesn't seem to be like that involved anymore. And now, to be fair, Pereira deserves some time off considering he saved the UFC the last year. Okay, so we can't really knock Pereira for wanting to, God forbid, take some time off the sport. Okay, it's pretty tragic. I know a lot of people might say, well, how could Pereira turn down a fight? Even if he did turn out Magomed Ankalaev, the dude deserves a break. The dude has literally been in every single fight, every single time that we've asked him. So I'm not going to hate him Pereira on that one, but yeah. I'm going to go with Dustin Jacoby via first round TKO on that one. Next up, we actually have a good one here. Billy Ray Goff versus Ramiz Brahimaj. I'm going to go with Billy Ray Goff on this one. Billy Ray Goff's pretty decent. I think he's going to be able to get this one done in probably the first round, to be honest with you. Welterweight bout. Billy Ray Goff's quite well-rounded. He's good hands, he's good speed. Billy Ray Goff looks like he was part of like the cool kids group in school. You know what I mean? Definitely looks like he played football and stuff like that, and he was just an absolute G in school. Ramiz just looks like he was kind of like okay at school. Had like a decent friend group, but never really stood out. Never cemented legacy within the school. He just kind of was like there. He got decent grades, but he wasn't that smart to get like insane numbers. I don't fucking know. I'm gonna go with Billy Ray Goff. He's probably a bit too more rounded for this one, to be honest with you. So it'd be interesting to see, like, welterweight's in a class spot. Obviously, we have apparently Shavkat versus Bilal, which I really didn't expect at all. That's apparently happening. Who knows what's gonna happen with that one, to be honest with you. Like, that fight, I don't think that's gonna, like, Anik said it's next, but who knows? That's quite, I don't know if Anik would just drop a bombshell like that. Now, he did say it, but I'd say the UFC would be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Shavkat's getting leapfrogged as well. And when Joaquin Buckley chins Kamaru Usman, we're going to see a nice little opening there for Buckley to potentially swoop in and fight the winner of JDM versus Makhachev. Who knows how that's going to go as well, but Buckley JDM, Buckley Makhachev, absolutely banging scraps there. looking forward to seeing how welterweight turns out. But Billy Ray Goff is absolutely nowhere near that division. So next up, we have Mateus Gamrot, for some reason fighting Ludovic Klein. Sorry. Listen, a lot of people are like, how could they do Gamrot like this? I always say this. Okay, let me just. Mateus Gamrot, if you all remember the UFC 2, I want to say it was 280, I can't remember. The Charles Oliveira versus Makhachev 1 card with the Yan and Sterling and TJ O'Malley, that card. When he was fighting Beneil Dariush, he ran on the stage and like took his shirt off and he was going crazy. And he was sitting there shirtless. And nobody asked him one question. Okay? Not even one. And since that day, I have been like, I've never wanted to see Gamrot win. I've nothing personal against the dude. He clearly beat Dan Hooker, and that was a fucking robbery. Okay, if that was in America instead of Australia, that was clearly going to fucking Mateus Gamrot. But yeah, Dan Hooker got the nod on the day. But Gamrot's kind of one of those people that's just like, this is actually a good scrap now. I will say Ludovic Klein could definitely win. I'm not saying Gamrot's 1,000,000% gonna win, but Ludovic Klein's got a little bit of a chance here. Okay, Ludovic Klein's got a chance here. Mateus Gamrot's very wrestling heavy. His striking it's not bad. He's kind of got more like quick hands and rapid movement. He had no power at all, like fucking no power at all. It's tragic. Okay, he got a win over Arman Sarukian. We all know that is fucking bullshit. Okay, that Arman Sarukian robbery came back to haunt him against Dan Hooker. That was the universe's way of being like, right, we gave you that win against Arman Sarukian. You lost to Beneil Dariush then. Fuck that. You're getting a robbery of your own here. How does it feel? And Mateus Gamrot is fighting unranked people apparently for beating Dan Hooker in a robbery. Dan Hooker should never have won that fight. Okay. That was actually just fucking insane. I remember that. I remember looking at that. I was thinking when the scorecards were being read, I was like, you know what? Yeah, Dan Hooker might have edged that. Then I was like, nah. And then was it a split decision? I can't actually remember. But then when they said Dan Hooker, I was just like, Jesus, that is fucking tragic. I wasn't necessarily mad because Dan Hooker at the top of the division is way better than Mateus Gamrot. It's just a fact. It's just a fact. Way better style. I think Gamrot's gonna get this one done. Listen, he's had some massive experience. You know what I mean? Like Arman Sarukian, like I said, Dan Hooker, Beneil Dariush. The dude's definitely fought some of the best lightweights in the world. Jalen Turner as well. He picked up a win on short notice against Turner. So I'm going Mateus Gamrot via decision on this one. Okay. He could definitely win. As regards these two, you know, it seems fine. It seems fine. It's kind of like a decent co-main event. I feel like the only reason they booked this fight is to say like they can have like a name, because Gamrot is a name. Gamrot is a name of the division. Like he's been at the top for quite a while now. But still, he's still not fucking ever going to win anything in the sport. But Mateus Gamrot, 30-27, lock it in. Main event: Erin Blanchfield versus Mayce Barber. What a fucking scrap! I'm going with Erin Blanchfield on this one. I feel like honestly this could actually be so boring, and just like Erin Blanchfield sits on top of Mayce Barber and just rides out with 5-round decision. That is honestly how I'm feeling this fight could go. I just don't understand the UFC's mentality. Like they sit down and they're like, right, let's build a fight night card. It's in the fucking Apex as well. Like, oh, and we didn't have a card last week, so I don't know. But I mean, of course we have O'Malley next week, which looking forward to it, but it's just not there. The hype just is not there. Okay, at least with O'Malley I will be hyped, because I'll be sitting there like, the Sean O'Malley fight, I won't go too much into it now because I'm going to obviously break the card down, but I could even look at the O'Malley one and be like, you know what, yeah, Sean might chin him this time. You know what I mean? It's that what if, but with this I'm just like, cool, you've beaten Erin Blanchfield. Cool, you've beaten Mayce Barber. I don't give a fuck, bro. It's such a dead main event. It's such a dead card. Such a dead card, man. I've tried to make this as entertaining for myself as possible in this video, saying these guys what they fucking look like. Now, don't listen, okay? Before some fucking idiot gets his feelings hurt in the comments that I said someone looks like they didn't do well in school. It's a fucking joke. It's a fucking joke, okay? Oh, dude, I can just see it. So, cause some people say this to me. Oh, dude, you're not a UFC fighter. You're fucking damn right I'm not, okay? I have never, ever claimed to be a UFC caliber fighter, okay? I've never claimed that. I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, okay? I love doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I love the sport, but you have never once seen me sit here and say, yeah, I'd fucking beat this guy up. They would all kill me. They're all, oh, God forbid, okay? God forbid a professional fighter would beat me up. Wow. How fucking congratulations that you would beat up a civilian who's not even a fighter. Okay, God forbid you would do your job better than me. I see some fighters say that whenever someone says something online, they get their feelings hurt and like, I'd fuck you up. I would hope you would. I really would hope you would. Okay? I genuinely would. Because if you couldn't beat me up, I don't know how you made it to the... Maybe I can make it to the... I'm only messing. Yeah, this main event. So I feel like Blanchfield's fucking grappling will be probably a little bit better. She's probably got a little bit more experience. Mayce Barber's, you know, pretty decent though. 4-5, so it's kind of got title implications in the flyweight division. I'll go with Erin Blanchfield on this one. I'll go with Erin Blanchfield. I'll go with her 49-46 decision win. That's the whole card. Let me know what you think about these. And Derek Lewis is a main event in 2025. Like, subscribe, do all that good shit. I'll see you on the next one.